Thank you so much for joining us, Piyush.
Thank you for having me, Moshmi.
Piyush, we are discussing one of the most transformative trend in technology today, Agentic AI. Can you give us a quick 101 on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I will just go into the history where it started. And it started with robotic process automation, where the focus was very much on structured data and, simple things were being automated like report generation or data entry or invoice processing. And then came the trend of GenAI, where the focus, was on both structured and unstructured data. And, how do we look at processing this data to create new content and solutions based on existing data.
Right.
GenAI brings the ability to, learn from patterns, and also it's able to create original content on its own.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the difference. And now we are moving towards Agentic AI, which is a step towards autonomous decision making, and some actions like humans. Whatever we are able to do, Agentic AI is able to deliver the same impact. It can perform tasks independently. It can adapt to the changing environment requirements, and it can also take decisions based on incomplete data.
Okay.
An example of Agentic AI, which most of us can relate to, is autonomous cars, right? So now, if the car is on the road and there is a threat or someone just walks in, the car at that point in time, the agent over there is able to take a decision then and there, right? Just like we humans do.
True.
So that's where Agentic AI is heading.
Yeah, absolutely. But with great autonomy comes great responsibility. Where do you see customer in this journey? Also talk us about the challenges the customers are facing in implementing Agentic AI.
So, we are working extensively with our customers. I would say, especially in the Google Cloud area, almost, 100% of our customers are engaged in some shape and form of Agentic AI journey, right? I would say a lot of these customers are still identifying use cases. Some of these customers have already identified the right use case, and we are working with them in a controlled environment.
Right.
Few of the customers have already built agents and moved these agents into the production environment, right? So lots happening in this space, but there are also challenges in terms of having the right data sources. I think even before data sources, identification of the right use case is the biggest challenge the customers are facing, because once you have identified the use case, then you will have to go for some security approvals, you will need some business approvals. So that's the first right step. The second challenge the customers are facing is how do you secure the complete data and how do you secure the complete environment, right? And the third one is the return on investment. The biggest question is that when you deploy this or these agents for a specific use case, how do you justify value to the business, and how do you make sure that there is a business outcome which could be accelerating the revenue for the organization or optimization of the spend is something which the customers need to justify.
AI that delivers ROI is completely dominating all the boardroom discussion these days.
Yeah.
Could you share a specific use case?
Yeah, sure. And let me also talk about what at HCLTech we are doing with some of our customers. We have already published 50 agents at Google Cloud Marketplace, and these are industry-aligned agents. We also have 200 additional agents which are available for deployment in the customer environment, right? So that's some progress that we have already made as an organization. Now, talking about some of the use cases, we are working with a manufacturing customer, and we have our own solution called Insight, which helps in predictive defect detection and error correction in a manufacturing environment.
Right.
It uses a lot of Google Cloud technology solutions like Vertex AI, Agent Space, Gemini 2.5, right? And brings in the functionality in terms of delivering agentic outcomes. Recently, for a North America-based customer, it's a paper manufacturer, we have built a conversational AI.
Okay.
This agent allows the engineers to ask questions about the machine setup in natural language.
Okay.
Right? Which in turn helps them in troubleshooting and fault resolution. And as per the initial estimates, this will help them with 30% faster machine setup time and a return on investment of almost $170,000 per plant per year.
Okay.
So that's how we are engaging with the customers in terms of delivering this ROI for the customers. And also, how do we calculate this ROI is something which customers ask a lot.
Right.
And what happens is that the example which I shared where we are helping the engineers in faster resolution.
Yeah.
So essentially what we are doing is we are avoiding and correcting the errors, and therefore we are helping the organization generate either more revenues or faster revenues. Right. So we look at the revenue impact. Then there is cost of delivering these agents, and there are three cost components. One is cost to build the agent. Second, the cost of running this agent in Google Cloud.
Okay.
And third is the cost of supporting these agents. So we look at the revenue impact, we look at the cost, and the difference gives us a clear ROI depending on the specific use case.
That's a very interesting perspective there around measuring the ROI.
Yeah.
Tell us about this partnership with Google Cloud. How are we driving innovation with them?
Yeah, no, it's a very strategic partnership for HCLTech. We were one of the first few to set up a dedicated Google ecosystem business unit back in 2019. Right. Since then, we have won 7 Partner of the Year awards with Google Cloud. And since we have been talking technology, I think one of the most important award is the Global Talent Partner of the Year award.
Wow.
And that we have won for the last 2 consecutive years, right? We are working very closely with the Google Cloud product teams on the latest technologies, making sure that we have industry solutions which are built around these technologies which Google Cloud releases, and these industry solutions are then aligned and taken to our customers.
Okay.
Right. So that's where we have been focusing on, and I think if I have to call out 3 key differentiators from the partnership point of view. First one is that our focus is very much on delivering industry solutions.
Okay.
Right. And that is very close to where customers want us to be. And Google Cloud sees a lot of value in these industry solutions. I talked about Insight, which is manufacturing defect detection.
Yeah.
There is NetSight, which is focused on network optimization for telco customers, right? And there are multiple other industry solutions for financial services, life sciences. So that's the first differentiator. The second one is that we have a dedicated center of excellence team focused only on Google Cloud technologies.
Okay.
Right. So we are the first ones to get access, and we are typically ahead of the curve in terms of deployment. Right. Third one is we also bring scale of 20,000 Google Cloud certified engineers across the organization who can then work with customers in terms of executing these projects.
HCLTech London Summit is around the corner. Please take us through the plans.
Yeah, no, absolutely. First of all, I am pretty excited. I'm going to be there along with my team, and it's a great opportunity to connect with the customers, meet the Google Cloud team. So there are few things which we are focusing on. Of course, we talked about how Agentic AI is something, which a lot of our customers are currently focusing on.
Right.
So there are few use cases and demos that we are going to showcase. Demos like the supply chain management agent. There are a few more demos around adverse event case intake agent. From the financial services point of view, there is trade surveillance agent, there's a fraud detection agent. From the manufacturing point of view, we have our Insight solution, which focuses on manufacturing defect detection and correction, and NetSight. right? So there is going to be across industries a lot of showcase of agents that we have deployed in multiple customer environments, and a great opportunity for our customers to learn from our experience, right? What we are also doing is we will have a lot of our industry experts and our Google Cloud experts with whom customers can share their insights and ask questions, and we'll be able to address those questions and share our experience. Interestingly, there's a lot of focus on Google Cloud A2A protocol.
Okay.
We are a launch partner, and we are actively contributing towards the agent-to-agent protocol launched by Google Cloud. So we'll be able to share more insights on that front as well with our customers. So really looking forward to this summit.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for this discussion. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.